know. I'm having a dilemma. See, I've been a freelance journalist for about a decade. So I've been tracking education in the Black community for about 10 years, and I remember 10 years ago, 25% of, no, not even 10 years, 5 years ago, I saw that only 25% of Black boys can read, compared to like 45% of white and other cultures. Now, move fast forward to today, let's say in a city like Oakland, now all kids can't read. Black, white, the only difference, Asians have a different rate, but I don't know. So the failures that happen to Black kids in Baltimore and Oakland, California, has no transfer to all American kids. So the neglect that was allowed to happen to Black boys happens now to all boys and girls in California and soon to be America. So that's a part of what got me to this topic. I know a lot of people that are religiously say that they do not watch the news because there's too much negativity. I promise you, the very same people that say that they do not watch the news because there's too much negativity are the same ones that is always in somebody's comment section liking a negative comment. The same people that don't like the news because it's negative are always leaving negative comments in the comment section. Always have something negative to say. Always are in a bad mood. It's so, to me, it's so oxymoronic. The fact that the same people, there's people that actually willfully stay ignorant because news is negative, but then will go out and watch negative content. The audacity of somebody that says that they don't watch the news because it's negative, but then turn on Love and Hip Hop, or go in the comment section. It's men and women. It's men and women who are not informed, because I don't know. I've heard more women say that specifically, but with guys, there's two things that guys do that irk me. Guys treat politics like they do sports. Like once they are for affiliation, then no matter what, win, lose, or draw, they're like, no, bro, that's hella childish, bro. Like, there's no grown man that should be treating politics like it's a tailgating and he's representing his team. No, this is about rights and policies and things like that. So men do the same thing. Men are goofy sometimes and act like, news isn't important. But in this scenario, there are specific women that I've met that have told me out of their mouths that they specifically don't like watching the news because of the negativity. And I promise you, these women watch Love and Hip Hop. These women are on the Shade Room. I mean, they watch some of the most dramatic. It just doesn't make sense. It's like, how do you consume? How will you consume drama for entertainment, but you refuse to be informed because it might be negative? And then the cold part is, imagine a person saying they don't want to watch the news because it's too negative, and then they don't even read the paper. Like, watching the news isn't even really being informed. In the news, there's a 30-minute to 45-minute news cycle that just repeated every 30, 40 minutes. There's like a dozen shows that repeat the same 30 minutes of content. So it's not like watching the news, you're actually being informed. You actually have to read a newspaper or read some articles to be informed. If you actually only watch the news to be informed, you're pretty much not informed. So to be a grown-up human being and to verbally say, hey, I don't like the news because it's negative, but hey, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna watch Love and Hip Hop. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Like no, that's And again, it's not just women. Like, women say that out loud, but men do the same thing. They might not say those verbal words, but as men, we care more about sports drama than we do about being politically informed. A dude to know all the damn LeBron James stats and don't know who his damn senator is, nothing about Congress, including me. Like, there's things I should know that I don't. You know what I'm saying? So we be, I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of times, especially in my community, the African American community, we be mad at the wrong stuff. Like, I was talking to somebody today and they were like, I hate when people try to find stupid reasons to try to like find stuff to be racist. Like, they included the Negro League in other sports records. Who fucking cares? I don't fucking care about that. I don't fucking care. Most of us don't know shit about the Negro League. Y'all niggas don't know shit about the Negro League. How the fuck you care about the Negro League now? You don't know. We weren't taught to know anything about the Negro League. Now it's racist. No, bro. Like, we be fighting over stupid shit. That's why I be frustrated, because only in Oakland, California, where I grew up as a child, I did K through 5 in Oakland, California as a child. I went to kindergarten through 5th grade. So I feel a certain type of way. I was in Oakland, California when the DARE program dropped. I was one of the DARE kids. I was one of the original DARE program kids and all that. So I grew up and I had to live a lot of the policies that were in place. It's one thing to hear about stuff, but I lived the ending of the crack epidemic as a child. I lived the transition into the gangster rap era. Like, these are all things that I had to live through as a young black man. I lived through an era where people told me on a regular basis that I was not gonna live past 26, and I believed it to the point to where I had no plans past 26. Like, seriously, that's one thing that nobody had talked about. I was told so many times that I was not gonna live past 26 that I believed that shit, and I didn't even plan life past that. So when I was 25 turning 26, I was actually surprised, like, damn. I was actually surprised, like, damn, because so many of my partners had already got killed. You know what I'm saying? So for a person to say they don't want to watch the news because it's negative, but then go out in society and consume every negative stereotype, perpetuate everything negative, it's astonishing to me. It's astonishing to me that people, we live in an age of information. Anything you would ever want to know or have access to information-wise, you can have access to, but people willfully, it's like people want to live in a delusion to where they don't want to deal with anything that's negative. It's called, it's a term for it actually. It's called toxic positivity. It's like where something is wrong and people are trying to force you to see the bright side of it. Like, that's actually toxic. You have to acknowledge when things are wrong. Like, and this is the thing, those same people that have that archetype that say, oh, well, I don't watch the news because it's negative, or just don't worry, be happy. These are the same type of people. Like, you could get shot in the arm and they want you to, hey man, it's okay, you just shot, man, hey, you're all right. And then something happens to them. They get a flat tire. They're fucking cussing out the world. They're mad. You're trying to tell them to calm. They're like, hey, fuck you. I promise you, these fake positive people, these people that are just, you gotta be careful in the world, because, you know, it's okay to, everybody is not holly jolly. Like, nobody, stop trying like you. Everybody's not up, you know, chipper and skippity. Like, that's not everybody. And if you think that watching the news, or if you are so entrenched in fake positivity that you can't even see any form of negativity, you're setting yourself up for such a form of depression or fall off. You have to deal with negativity. You have to feel what you feel when you have to experience the world. Like, to me, it's asinine. These same people that will protest for things that are happening across the world won't even watch the news to be informed about what's happening to their people across the street. How the hell can you protest for somebody across the world when you don't even have the decency to find out what's going on in your own community? Because it makes you feel a certain kind of way. Us as a community, as a black community, we have to stop the selective outrage, and you can't solve a problem this. So I'm gonna holler at y'all later. I'm about to pull up to work. Y'all have a good one.